And now we are honored to have distinguished panel for experts who are leading the way in transforming educational practices and fostering career. Please join me in welcoming our panelists. At first, I welcome Omar Ahermouch, lecturer and chair of Department of Education Foundation. And I also welcome Dr. Aamena Alshamsi, CEO of Heuristic World. And also join me in welcoming Deena Habib, CEO and co-founder of YSpot.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for what is promises to be a truly insightful discussion. Today, we are going to explore a question that is basically in the minds of educators, parents, and employers alike. And basically, the question is, how do we bridge the gap between the classroom and the ever-evolving world of careers? And to answer this question and to discuss this topic, we are fortunate to have here two exceptional leaders who are at the forefront of inspiring and empowering the next generation. They're not just talking about the future, they're actively building it. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Aamena Alshamsi and Ms. Deena Habib. Dr. Shamsa, she's basically the CEO and the co-founder of the Heuristic World, a tech company that basically creates educational games to teach computer science and AI. She combines both academic expertise and entrepreneur spirit. Thank you for coming. And also we're fortunate to have with us Ms. Deena. She's also basically the CEO. She's also CEO of YSpot. And she founded YSpot to bridge the gap between education and industry. And her extensive experience with major tech firms, basically this extensive experience brings a wealth of knowledge, of skills needed for future workforce. So basically, let me start with the first question for Dr. Shamsa, and it's going to be a broad question. Sorry, Dr. Aamena. And it's going to be a broad question, Dr. Aamena Shamsa. The first question is, what fundamental concepts do you believe are most crucial for students to master? And how does your platform make these concepts more accessible?
I just want to make sure, is this working? Okay,
yeah,
it's working. Okay, so Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for hosting me in this panel and in the summit. At Heuristic World, we are very passionate of making AI and computer science education accessible, fun, and engaging for young learners. So we built our platform that has educational videos, it has games and supplementary material to be used in classrooms. And we believe that the method that we are taking in building this platform can help students strengthen some of their skills, like, for example, critical and creative thinking and problem solving, because in the learning process, we let them teach machines how to learn, and we guide them through this, of course. And by teaching machines how to learn, they can strengthen their critical and creative thinking by choosing or by evaluating different training models, like choosing among them, finding patterns in data. We also help them like strengthen their digital skills, like, for example, dealing with data, interpreting data. So they become very active in the learning process. So we believe that it helps them not only learn about AI and computer science, but also strengthen some of their very important skills.
Excellent. That's very, very creative and very innovative indeed. And now, Ms. Deena, I will start with a broad question for you as well. Basically, with your experience at top tech companies, how would you design a future ready curriculum for students? In other words, what key skills or experiences would you prioritize and why?
Okay, first of all, thank you very much as well for hosting me here today.
You're welcome.
I think, you know, with my experience in tech in general, there's one thing that's definitely known. Tech is growing rapidly. The market, the industry is growing, it's evolving. It's such a rapid changing market. And it's clear that students that graduate today with just a degree are not really ready for the workforce. I think a future-ready workforce needs to be a future-ready, curriculum needs to be accessible. It needs to be relevant to today's world, and it needs to have impact. So, with that in mind, I think there's three things that we need to focus on. The first one should be about digital literacy. And when we talk about digital literacy, it's not just about coding. Digital literacy and understanding technology in today's world means that they need to be able to adapt. They need to learn about cloud computing. They need to learn about cybersecurity. And they need to understand the impact of technology because it's not just in industry today. Technology is across all industries and it's embedded into everything that we do. So students should be quite familiar with that and adaptable to change with that technology. The second one is about learning, having a sort of problem-solving, critical thinking mindset. Because today, with AI taking over most of the normal mundane tasks, students need to rise above that. They need to be able to understand how to manipulate data, how to work with the technology, as we said, how to apply it, how to solve for problems, and how to innovate and pivot quite rapidly. And organizations can help there by giving them project-based experience, real-world experience to help elevate that skill. And then the last one as well is really important, which is about adaptability and having a growth mindset. Because if you think about it, students graduating today don't know the jobs of the future. We still don't know what they are. The jobs are not linear like they used to be. So students shouldn't sit around waiting for the opportunity. They should have self-awareness. They should understand what their skills are, what they're good at, and be able to create opportunity, have that entrepreneurial mind, and be able to go after and create opportunity for themselves.
Excellent. Another brilliant answer. That's really what makes our students creative, innovative, and it makes them successful and independent learners. Thank you. Dr. Aamena, basically, building on what you just said earlier, your platform bridges the gap between using AI and understanding it. How does developing a deeper understanding of AI technology through your company, how does it empower students to become creators rather than just consumers of AI?
So nowadays, a lot of young learners, they know how to use AI to generate text or images, but how many of them, they know what AI actually is or how it works? So we saw an opportunity here of introducing computer science and AI concepts, the fundamental concepts, early in their learning journey. So we aligned our platform with the math curriculum. So it's also an additional benefit to see how math can be used in real AI applications as well, in building some algorithms. So through the platform, we encourage them to be creative in the way that they use AI in different applications. So with the deeper understanding of the fundamentals and the basics of AI, just like how they, in order to understand complex calculations in math, you need to know the basics. So the same when it comes to the AI as well.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Aamena. And following that line of thought, basically, I'm curious to know, you've built a platform as well, Deena, right? You've built a platform that bridges students or education with industry. What are the biggest challenges in getting businesses to engage with young talent early, and how can we fix that?
So at YSpot, we believe that the challenge is more of a mindset challenge. I think a lot of organizations are still looking at students that have a degree and saying they're not ready, they don't have a degree, they don't have the qualifications, rather than saying that this is talent that we can develop. And there is a lot of talent out there, but not enough opportunity for them. So I think three of the main challenges we see are, first of all, the old-fashioned hiring models that organizations still stick by, which is, yes, the student is kind of, doesn't have a degree or a qualification. And that's kind of where, that mindset needs to shift. The second one is about there's no structured engagement between organizations and youth. So organizations wait for students to graduate, but by that time, most of the top talent has gone to another organization that has opened and allowed that opportunity. And the third one, I think, as well, is that they look at students, the gap between the industry and the organizations, between education and the organizations is quite large. So looking at how students graduate, they might not necessarily have the skills needed for the work market because, organizations were not involved from earlier on in the education. So at YSpot, how we fix that is, first of all, we work with organizations to tap into that talent and build a talent pool from a younger age through internships, project-based opportunities, giving them real-life challenges that students can tap into. The second one is we help organizations shift the mindset. Rather than thinking about them as qualifications, we look at the potential that they have, and we offer assessments that help organizations better understand the talent that youth may hold beyond qualifications. So helping them dive into that talent and unlocking it, and again, working on projects that way. And the third one is building structured communication between organizations and youth. So it's not about youth meeting organizations at talent fairs or career shows and having 2-minute conversations. It's about the mentorship, the coaching, the constant connections that youth need to have with organizations to develop themselves. So we work with organizations on all three elements, and we say that if you can tap into the potential rather than look at the qualifications of a student, then you really are tapping into talent.
Oh, brilliant. These are all excellent points that actually will lead perfectly to the key takeaway, which is for Dr. Aamena. What does it mean to be AI literate in today's world? And how can learners develop skills to be AI ready for the future job market?
I think it's important to know the fundamentals of AI when we work with with AI models, because the AI models will keep on being developed. So it's good to know the basics, so that so that the students and the learners would be adapting to what's going to come in the future, and work with them in their careers.
Excellent. So to wrap up our insightful discussion, I have one final question, like in less than a minute, for you, Deena. You've spent over 20 years in the tech sector, and if you were a student today, what are the things you would do differently to prepare for the future of work?
So the first thing is, when I was a student, when I was younger, I would say, okay, I'd study, get a degree, and then work. And I think that mindset is completely wrong. I think students in this day and age should definitely look at opportunities to work throughout their education, whether it be, again, internships, project-based, freelance. So definitely grabbing and continuing to build those opportunities. The second one would be building your network. So your worth not just your qualifications, but the people that you know. And it's not just about the people you know, it's what they know about you. So be bold, be brave, have mentors, go out, share what you know openly, and be confident with what you know. And the final one I'd say is continue to have a learning mindset. Learning never ends. So continue to increase your skills and learn and adapt and change, because as we said, the world continuously evolves.
Oh, thank you very much. While we would love to continue exploring this exciting and interesting topic, we must basically bring our panel to a close because of our limited time. I would like to special thanks to our audience and heartfelt gratitude for our distinguished and esteemed for sharing your expertise and your insightful thoughts. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.